Get
Yeah.
my
Gotta get our last week on Pokemon Adventures.
yeah. All right, let's see. Then let's get. Okay. That will do. Yeah, what does anybody remember what we did last session? I remember.
Yes.
If anybody wants to, I will let you recap. As a matter of fact, I think I gave inspiration to everybody except for Mouse last session,
Yeah,
so
I did not get inspiration because I didn't sharpen my harpoons and say they were good.
that's perfectly acceptable. If you want to give a session recap, I'll say that's worth an inspiration.
Okay, so last time, I'll even do it in character. All right, good morning, everyone. To give a recap to what happened as of yesterday, we went up to Tressendar Manor to see what whereabouts we could possibly find this Cragmar Castle where our employer is currently being held at, and we happened to find a not so secret latch that led to we're gonna say a bandit's dungeon down there. And we actually met the owners of said dungeon not too recently. Or quite recently, I should say. When we were out back. And we traded for some information I paid for. And they didn't have the exact location, but they told us that we could find it if we went to the right goblin. And we know a right goblin for that. And that they were, and as Toa also found out, that they were in league with the local goblin population in fencing stolen goods from the local caravans that go through the region. So that may also be another idea, another place for us to find information on that. And after that, we all ran away from Toa, who was still disguised as one of them, and we almost got into fisticuffs over it. And then they chased us through the town, and then we ended up here. So, I believe that covers most of it.
Inspiration.
Huzzah! I just have to press and hold the.
Yeah, press and hold your profile picture, and then it will get all opalescent around the corner.
Opalescent, I like that word. All right, there we go. That's the best. That is the best I can give in my. I'm not gonna lie. Last night, them
Whoa.
chasing us like that, I just couldn't sleep. So I do apologize. I'm a bit restless, literally.
Whoa!
I'm gonna try to make that a character thing today. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to keep that up.
I was careful. I think there is actually a tired debuff.
There's
I may as
exhaustion.
well have it at this point. I'm
Yeah.
I'm suffering from it in real life. I should be suffering from it in game. So I'm doing it.
It's okay. No, that you don't have to do that to yourself. You'll already make bad decisions. you don't
No,
need to
I-
exacerbate.
Listen, I already made bad decisions when I came out here to take this job for Gundren Rockseeker. I've been stabbed twice in the ribs and once in the gut. I'm not going to lie. I think I've made better decisions in my life.
All right.
Hey.
Okay. Go for it, man.
Wait,
All
who am I
right.
talking to? Is that the voice in my head?
So when last you left off, like Mouse just said, there is a mystery up in them thar hills. You may or may not interact with. What are you guys doing? What direction will you be going?
If I recall, we had 3 plans of actions. One was return to Yimik to pry the answers out of him because as a business partner, he was not upkeeping his end of the deal, despite us also swindling him. Part of the trade. Second is to go back up to the dungeon and investigate it. And third was to saddle ourselves with some of the local caravans and basically play as living bait to see if we can get more goblins to show up. Those were our 3 courses of action.
All right, excellent. I will let you guys discuss among yourselves for a little bit to
Against each other.
whatever you want to do.
Yes,
however you
yes,
want to do
voice in my head. I do agree it will be against each other.
So, my thought process here is the town master guy, right? I don't think he actually has enough influence in this town to actually give us what we want anyway, right? The only secret he's really guarding, I think, is the hole that we found already.
Yes, it does seem that the local hole people are swindling or strong-arming our town mayor here, the town master.
That said, all the shenanigans we could get up to with the town master by using our different forms of disguises and stuff, but that would also likely be the last thing we do in this town. So I would leave that as a last option.
I would say that we try not to directly anger Raglan by heading up to the dungeon and, going around there. I think we should go back to Yemek and have some more words with him if he's willing.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's what I meant, was Yemek, I don't think has anything for us, and...
Yemek is the goblin.
Oh, Yemek. I think the best course of action actually is to kick down our dungeon friend's door and,
so you're telling me you want to barge into another person's abode so we can get stabbed all over again? Did I remind you that your spleen came out last time? We did that.
Who extracted my spleen?
Garthus, what do you think? You've been awfully quiet over there sharpening your harpoons.
Look, I'm leaning towards the dungeon, if we're being honest.
To be honest, I think with Sildar and Albertine rested now, I believe we have the firepower because of the rooms I saw in there.
Albertine crosses his arms and rolls his eyes when you say firepower, and he makes a puff of smoke.
You know what I meant, Albertine.
He rolls his eyes again.
Right. Anyway, I don't imagine there's more than a dozen dudes down there at this time. Also, we could wait at night and ambush them in their sleep. But that would also mean waiting until nightfall. I think, honestly, it may be worth paying them a visit before they have a chance to fortify after our little visit yesterday.
You know what? Speaking of just possibly making more bad decisions, being tired, Lars says as he taps his staff against his forehead. I'm gonna let you two decide, and if you two want to go get stabbed in a dungeon, I'll follow along, because I know I probably won't die this time. I didn't die the last 2 times. I just don't want to feel the pain, so I'll let you two get stabbed. I'll probably beg for my life for using my coin purse. I'm good at that.
Dungeon.
Okay, we'll do the dungeon.
Real quick, what's his name? Sildar. What say you? It's either that or twiddling our thumbs waiting for a caravan to guard or watching the manor to see if someone important pops out.
He strokes his chin, and then after a moment of thoughtful consideration, he says, "These red brands are thugs. I've seen their kind before. As much as I want to focus on finding Cragmaw Castle, the fact that they seem to have some connection with it, I think, is good enough for me. A lead is a lead, and if we can do some good in the meantime, then that's all right."
One other thing to keep in mind is that while I only saw humans down there, the possibility also exists that there are goblins, at least one, down there, who is their contact, so we must be vigilant against a potential goblin enemy.
I guess that's true. If they're in league with the goblins, they may have a messenger that can go to and from, communicate. Maybe a dealer to sell their goods to the goblins.
The thing I'm curious about is our goblin friends seem pretty adamant that a goblin would be attacked on sight in this town. Yet somehow the Redguards have managed to smuggle them in? Or their contact is not in town?
They're smuggling the stuff out and then meeting their goblin. That's what it sounded like to me.
I was like, yeah. The only other option would be to try and cross-reference the stolen goods to the cave we were already in to see if that's a relay point, but now that would risk even more trouble, and we already have the lead in town, so why not go beat up the Redguards? Or Red Brands.
red guards, red bands, what difference does it make? They wear red, and, well, we're gonna be sneaking into their home and probably get stabbed. I don't think it makes a difference what we call them.
They had
His,
to be on
his
site
name is
soon enough.
Raglan, by the way. I hope you remember that.
Yeah, I know. I charmed him and then I burned his fingers.
He's... was that the yelling I heard from the top of the hill?
Oh yes, I'm sure he has plenty of new blisters to remember me by.
Those were unfathomable words I dare not repeat. But I do agree we should, if that's our plan, perhaps we should go and take a visit with Barthen before we head up there, get ourselves some provisions in case we need it.
Ah, yes, I do. I actually second this decision because we
Alright.
have money.
I got to time out for just 1 second. I'm getting a little jittery here. I gotta get some.
Okay.
What?
Got the no sleep jitters.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Also, I just realized I have this crowbar in my inventory and I've never used it.
Don't you worry. We'll find a use for it.
Okay, I'm
I will
back.
pop
I'm so
someone's head
sorry
like a
about
cork.
that. Okay.
All right.
So, to Barthen's then?
I guess, yeah.
Sure.
'Cause
Why
when I
not?
took a look, is I don't think we actually have very many, if any, healing potions.
We have
Yeah.
none. I already used mine, so.
Yeah, it's like we used ours already, so we should get at least one.
I'm certainly going to be buying them, and since I made the deal with Barthen, I might even buy some for the party. I gotta see what their prices are for today.
Okay, so I think we're in agreement there.
All right. Let's provision some provisions, I suppose.
Okay.
All right.
So how does actually like buying items work? That's actually a good question.
So you see where it says gold in your
yeah,
on your character sheets. So
yeah, I've got the gold down here. I've got 36.
okay, so basically, you can go through the app in order to buy things. It has like standard prices for stuff. If you go to items under adventuring gear, I'd say he's got everything under 10 gold pieces.
Oh wow. There's a lot of items in here.
Yes, and so with a successful persuasion check, you can raise or lower. You can raise or lower the price. Most places will stick to those standard prices. You could sometimes get a better deal if you've got a good reputation with a seller. And if you haggle correctly and succeed on a roll, then obviously the price goes down more. If they don't like you and they don't want to sell to you, then they might try and they might try and screw you. They might try and charge like more than an item is worth. So that's pretty much it. The rest is basically role playing. You know, you walk into a shop and I describe, oh, it's got, you know, shelves overcrowded with different adventuring goods, stuff stocked to the ceilings. And then maybe the shopkeeper is jolly, maybe he's grumpy, maybe it's just a shop hand who's manning the front desk. And then from there you complete your transaction as normal. Like you pick what you want off of the shelf. Normally I'll just like paste an item list in chat or something like that.
Oh, there's potion of healing down there.
Yeah, so I can add new. So in the notebook, I can I could just say Barthen's provisions goods, and it will show up in gray, which means everybody can view it, and then you guys can add notes under your specific color and then lock them to you. So it's like an in-game notebook. You can keep stuff.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So if I add something with a price on this list here, it'll automatically subtract it, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Or do I have to manually subtract it?
You have to, if you add anything on the list, I think it might. Let me verify that real quick. I'm gonna have Albertine buy something. Equipment add from compendium, entering gear. I'm gonna have him buy. Oh, the heck, a bell for 1 gold piece. Gold point. Got no gold points. For silver. I have reduces silver by 10. Turn it to gold. Do a little bit of a conversion there, and I'm going to add a bell. Albertine. Let me see if it subtracts it. It does not. So just subtract the gold from it. So
Okay. So I need to look for. Why is the healing potion like 5 plat?
5 platinum pieces.
Yeah, that's expensive.
That is it's magic.
Yeah, it's a magic potion, is what it says. I can't actually afford these potions.
Is there?
Potion of 5 platinum pieces. Yeah. And some places have their own. I'm going to be going off of an article I found in World Anvil. Just seeing this stuff here.
Yeah, no, like the cheapest potion that's listed here is 250 gold.
That seems a bit more than normal.
That's what it is on the companion app. Most of them don't even have a price.
Yeah.
That's true. I'll just.
It's okay. I guess I can just buy something else.
I'll add it in here. Let me write this stuff out.
Okay.
Yep.
That why? Why does everything cost platinum? Oh, wait.
What's up?
Bothan's got cartographer's tools. We were talking about that. You know, actual maps and utensils and stuff for that.
Well, that would be useful if.
Here, I'm gonna go to. You know, I have a notebook right here, so I'm gonna do math in my notebook there, just to keep track of stuff I'm thinking of getting. Okay. Well, I guess I can't get that. Anything else in here there's rations.
Oh, yes, there's spaceships.
Spaceship.
I saw a grenade launcher in that list. That intrigued me.
Yeah, that was for a lot of platinum. No, we don't have a 10-foot ladder.
I'm also thinking all the things I could potentially launch with catapult.
I'm gonna go ahead and rescind the anything in the companion app thing, and I'm just gonna write out what's in Barthen's provisions here.
Yeah, please do.
in the notebook.
Okay, that works for me. So I guess that means you set the price then.
Yep, and these are much more reasonable. You will find.
Okay.
Fantastic. Oh, whoops! I closed the companion app.
Whoops.
Yeah, because that was another thing I was going to look for, is one of my spells is actually a ritual, and it requires a pearl worth at least 100 gold, which I don't have, but that's something I was looking for, working for. My word, I just went over myself twice. Brain is dying.
There.
Thank you, Garthus. That makes me feel a bit better. I just imagine Garthus, patting his head. A dog or something.
It's alright, buddy. We all wake up when we need to.
Oh, wait. wake up when I guess I'll sleep when I'm dead then.
Sounds like a great plan.
Maybe I should just be dead. I would be sleeping right now. Permanent sleep. Oh, how nice.
It's not permanent. Remember, necromancy's a thing.
Don't remind me. Actually, I wouldn't be tired if I was undead, so...
You don't know that. You could be undead, or you could be tired for all eternity.
That sounds like a dreadful existence.
All right.
Alright.
So that's what's in Barthen's provisions. So as you wander the shelves, that's everything that you find. Notebook should be right up on that top bar where all those little white squares are, right between music and options.
Yep, I see it.
So at that, scroll down to the bottom, you'll see Barthen's provisions goods. And
Let's see. Hello, Barthen. Good morning.
Oh yes, my one of my favorite adventurers. How can I help you?
Oh, we're looking for a bit of kit before we head out on our next adventure, as you put it.
Ah yes, well. Need help finding anything in particular, or perhaps you've got questions?
Well, I was in particular looking for potions of healing, if you still have any in stock. I know we bought a couple last time from you yesterday.
Yes, of course. Although I'm afraid the price may have changed. And he motions to like a fortified safe behind the counter. All in here, and he like smacks the top of it.
I see. Having trouble with shipments, I'm guessing. Still an issue.
Well, it's more like shoplifting. You understand, in a frontier town like this, injuries can be quite common, and, well, 10 gold pieces is, some say, a lot to ask for a simple potion.
I won't lie, I'm a bit inclined to agree.
Nods his head gravely. Supply and demand, my boy.
Oh yes, I'm quite aware. When I was a wee young lad, I spent a lot of time in the trade district up in the capital. Spent time with the dwarves. Absolutely lovely people.
Well then you understand. Never met anyone with a mind for business quite like a dwarf.
Oh, precisely. I hope one day I can be just as good as them. But that's neither here nor there. We're here to conduct business, after all, not tell stories.
Well,
Unless
no
stories
reason
are
you-
the business of the day.
Times they are, and he like taps his head.
Say, you wouldn't have heard from any of your recent shipments that have made it here about goblin activity on any specific roads, have you?
Oh, well, the Tribord Trail is frequently a complaint. What I understand, there's a lot of carts that go missing around there.
Yes. How about non-goblet banditry? How about possibly people with a red armband, per se?
Might
Sure,
be
you've
saying
seen
too
the
much
type.
there, my friend.
So what's your passive perception?
My perception?
Passive perception. It should be listed like
Passive?
on the top of your sheet.
Let
Along
me,
with your
let
other
me
stats.
scroll. My tablet's looking.
It's right where your armor class and HP are.
Mine is
11.
13.
11? Okay, I'm gonna make a roll real quick.
Uh-oh.
Okay, never mind. Forget I said anything.
Ooh. You rolled good dice to start us out.
Yes. So Barthen kind of gives you like a concerned look and raises one eyebrow, and it's just like, no, haven't heard anything of the sort. And then he becomes less talkative after that.
I see. Business transaction, I see, right? Kind of, Lars gives a bit of a wink of understanding of kind of the situation.
He looks a bit distressed, but he doesn't argue.
Well, anyway.
Lars, there is a term of too much talking.
Well, what do you think I'm doing? I said back to business. Would you like to do the haggling? Or just communication in general? Maybe Garthus would like a turn. Yes?
Garthus, how are you doing on torches? I know you don't have night vision like we do.
I don't know what you're talking about. We'll be fine. I mean, I suppose I could buy a torch.
I mean,
I
I have spare in my pack. I can always give
Oh,
him
okay.
extra.
Then yeah.
I still have 9 more in here as where Lars rustles around in the bag.
Yeah,
how much
I know.
rope do we have left? We
I'm
may
good.
want rope.
Don't really need anything. I think I've still got my 50-foot rope.
Okay.
All right. If anybody else
Very
wants to
well.
buy anything, now would be the time. Just subtract the amount of currency for your purchases, unless you want to try and haggle the price down. In which case, I'll just let you roleplay for that, and as long as you
Okay.
either roleplay sufficiently well or make a sufficiently good roll, then
I feel like I have to because I have a persuasion of +5, but I'm
Well,
also
here-
like,
Allow me. Say, Barthen, I'm looking to buy a total of 4 potions for the party, 1 for each of us, right? I regrettably am a bit short on the gold department, and I know you said that it's been a bit rough around here with, a bit of thievery, but perhaps you could cut us a little bit of slack on this one. Maybe perhaps we can even trade for something if there's something you have in mind.
he puts a finger to his lips and kind of squints and like looks up into the corner of his eye like he's imagining something. He's just like, what do you have on offer?
Well, let me see here. I'm gonna open my companion app to double check I still... Right, I didn't get that back from the goblins. Well, I left that back there. I took my pouch and I didn't take the other stuff they took from me. That's a problem. Okay, well, I guess I too have been the victim of pickpocket. Well,
I could put up my handy hand axe for
no,
offer.
I wouldn't ask you to do such a thing, Garthus.
I mean, I use my spears for everything. Might as
mean,
You
well.
never know when we might need that hatchet to cut wood or something. I'm
mean,
not sure.
the potions, it's like, so we're gonna buy 4 potions, right? It's like, we're just haggling, it's like, what, 4 potions for 36 gold? Like, that's what we were trying to offer him?
I mean, that's literally every last gold piece I have, but yes.
36?
I have exactly 36. So that would be, 9 per potion, basically?
Yeah, so it's like, I guess I could try to...
Well,
Here's the
okay,
thing.
Barthen, I sadly don't have anything to give you. I have 36. I wish to buy 4 of these. I ask kindly, out of the kindness of your heart, that just 1 gold piece off each. I will buy 4 whole set. No extra charge, no ticky tax, no nothing. Just there. Holy crap, my tiredness is actually getting to me. I can't roleplay anymore.
Perfectly fine.
I'm
He's-
sorry, Barthen. I'm tripping over my words.
He smiles and shakes his head and holds up a hand. He's just like, I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. And then he puts his hand down on the counter and says, 30 gold pieces, and I'll hear no 2 ways about it. And then he opens the safe, which is like it's a big ordeal. It's got one of those like huge, like solid metal, like turning wheels. Opens it up. There's a billowing of steam and mist that kind of rolls out. It's like glittering dust. And then he proceeds to pick up like a little a container made out of wood that holds 4 potions, kind of neatly packed, kind of almost like a 6-pack, but like in wooden containers. Sets it on the desk, takes the potions out, puts the container back in, shuts the safe. He's just like, for you, my friend, and holds his hand out.
I truly appreciate it, Barthen. You have no idea how much I appreciate this.
He nods his head and he's just like, oh, I've seen the state you're in. I've seen the state you've been in. Someone in your line of work needs all the help they can get. And takes your gold and puts it into like a separate safe deposit box.
Truly, you are a lifesaver, Barthen. Lars says as he places the 30 gold pieces. Oh wait, no, you already took that. As he takes the box from his hand, and opens it and hands 1 healing potion to each party member. 1 to Toa, 1 to Gothis, and 1 to Albertine.
Very good.
All right. So, does anybody else need anything? He's like leaning on the counter. He's wearing like a shopkeeper's smock.
I don't see anything in particular that I would need. We've got torches. I don't see any oil for sale, so
You looking for oil?
yeah, for no particular reason.
That sounds oddly menacing.
It's not menacing. I swear.
I guess that is true. I will hope that that is not what I think you're going to use it for.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to drink it, if that's what you mean.
No, never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I had no idea of what that might be used
Barthen
for.
kind
Let
of
me
chuckles
see.
in the background under his breath.
but no, I think I'm good to go. I expect this to be a relatively short little what's the word I'm looking for?
Expedition.
Excursion?
Yes, that word.
Yes. Right, of course. Well, I wish you luck. Whatever shenanigans you happen to get into. You're some of my best customers, you know.
Oh, that means quite a lot, Barthen.
Yeah, let us know if you need anything in the future. We've
Yes,
got
we'll
your
keep
back.
an eye
You've
out.
had our back.
Nods his head and he's just like, well, only thing I can think of is retrieving more of my stolen merchandise. And he gets like a little bit of a spurned look in his eye and like shakes his head, kind of looks at the floor.
We'll see what we can do for you.
Very good.
Of course, Mr. Barthen. As always, a pleasure doing business with you.
Absolutely.
Right.
And he goes back to stocking shelves, and on your way out, gives you a look and says, "Be careful out there," and looks like knowingly to the other side of the store, where you notice for the first time there's a couple of red brands just browsing and just kind of shoving stuff into a sack.
Yes. Very well, I will
I'm
keep that in
going to
mind.
point to them and give a little eyebrow raise and a little slit the throat. Do we want to?
No.
Garthus, please mind your manners.
He waves you all out the store and is
Okay.
clearly like in a false cheery way, and it's just like, well, enjoy your day.
Okay. All right, time to go get in trouble with those very people he doesn't want us getting in trouble with.
Oh yes, Garthus, you can slit their throats outside of town.
Yippee!
Wow, I must
I'm
be
just-
incredibly tired. I can't believe I said something so vulgar.
Just gonna go sprinting down the road. I am ready.
Man, it's got bloodlust.
Just booking it,
yeah.
just like,
Toa, you better follow him. He might hurt himself.
I would never hurt myself, only others.
It may not be advisable just to walk straight in the front door, guys.
Yeah, what's the play? Do you guys like stop further out? Like, what are you doing?
What's the terrain like out here? Like, is it
Meadows.
feasible to walk up to the side?
I mean, there's no cover except for the trees.
It's atop a hill as well, so it's not... The real easiest way up there is just going up the path.
Yeah.
But Toa, perhaps if you wish to use those, half-elven eyes of yours, and same with me, we could take a look around and see if there's anybody watching our approach. I imagine if Barthen has the less than desirables in his store, I imagine there's more than enough people watching us here in the daytime. They know we've already been up here once.
I don't
And
know what
with
you're
your
talking.
little incident last night, Toa, I have a feeling they'll be on a bit higher alert.
Which is the exact reason why we're going to kick in the door right now instead of later.
I don't think you understand how subtlety works, my friend.
Subtlety expired when I burnt that guy's hand.
Oh,
Subtlety.
on
Oh,
and
no
on with
thanks.
the
I'm a
hand.
vegetarian.
Look, at this point, you may as well call him sausage fingers.
He may be that by the end of the day.
Oh dear heavens, what am I getting myself into? Maybe I should just go. Maybe I should just find a different way to make a name for myself.
Anywho, I guess, Garthus, I guess the simplest answer is probably the best answer here, and
Okay.
we go.
Into the pit.
As I do want to be mindful of a potential ambush outside of the manor, though.
Yes, you guys descend into the pit.
Hold on. Is the door warped at all from, when I made it very hot?
So as you approach the manor, you see a couple of red brands standing guard in the ruins. And as you approach, they don't draw their weapons, but they put their hands on their weapons, and they walk up to you.
I'm gonna give him a little wave. Hey guys, how you been?
We've been enjoying the peace and quiet until you all showed up. And he glares at you as if to suggest that this is a problem.
Oh, my bad. I'll make sure we're quiet while we're up here. Don't worry about us.
Yeah, see, I'd prefer it more if you weren't here at all.
Well,
See,
you see, sir. Pardon me, Garthus. I'm conducting a historical survey of the region, and Tressendar Manor is quite important. It was why we were up here last night, actually. Besides looking for that Cragmar Castle, another, from what I hear, historically a significant place, for goblins in particular. But Tressendar Manor, well, you see, the people here, I hear, the Tressendars themselves were a very brave folk back in the day, the tales tell at least. So we're up here to see if we can find anything that can corroborate what tales we had. And Lars kind of pulls out a piece of paper from the academy he attended with the sigil on it to say, hey, I'm from this academy, basically.
All right, make a persuasion check. Or also make a persuasion check and a deception check.
Wait, let me roll.
I'll say
DC
DC
20?
18.
Or
DC 18.
that's how much I need, or?
Yeah. You need
Okay,
to roll at
sorry.
least that on at least one of them.
So I'm gonna do persuasion first. I have a +5 to that, so 15 plus
Oh.
5. Do you want me to do the other one as well?
No, I'd say the success on one is good enough.
Okay.
All right, so he looks you up and down, and kind of strokes his chin. Is just like, he's one of those academic types, ain't he? I don't know.
I am good, sir. I actually I graduated top of my class.
Yeah, that's real nice. And he looks at the other red brand guard and is just like, all right. Go about your business, but me and my friend are going to be watching.
Very well, very well. Thank you, kind sir.
Sure.
All right. As we walk by the guards, I pull Garthus and Toa to the side and say, all right, whatever your door-kicking strategy is now, we're in. We have the upper hand. Do whatever the heck you want. I will back you up.
So I guess
let's keep walking over towards this side of the manor. Oh, I picked up the wrong person. Whoops, my bad. Let's keep walking over towards this side of the manor. They're following us, right? Keeping an eye on us.
They're not following too close, but they are Are you obviously heading toward where the trapdoor is?
No, we're heading towards the cliff face up here.
Okay, they're kind of standing kind of at the front of the door, and they go off to either side of the manor. When
Move this out of the way real quick.
when you guys head around to the back, and they both kind of passively stare at you.
Toa, Garthus, I have an idea.
Okay.
Perhaps I could distract one of them while you quietly deal with the other. Make sure that they can't see each other when you do it.
Yeah, we could arrange for that.
Yes. I will talk with the slightly shorter one with the stubble. He's not as intimidating. I could probably keep my composure a bit better with him.
Sounds good to me. I'm gonna plant myself right up against the corner of the wall.
I'm grid snapping. Look at me!
I think you can ignore grid snapping if you like hold shift or something. Sorry, I just need to turn that on in case we're doing the dungeon.
Wait, I can just toggle grid snap for my character. There we go.
Oh, easy.
So I'm gonna approach this guy over here because he's on the outside where it's more visible. There's more like boxes and clutter down here. So.
Oh, I'm grid snapping again as well.
Sir, a moment of your time. I know. We talked a bit earlier, but I'm curious. Since you seem to be up here already, do you know anything about this place or the region?
You're talking to the Red Brand?
Yes.
It's an alright place, I guess, he says, kind of looking wary. Not really from here, don't know much about the local region, but nice enough weather, nice enough locals.
Well, where are you from then, if I may ask?
If you're interested, I'm Neverwinter, actually. Long ways from home.
Neverwinter? My word. I actually have relatives that live up there, believe it or not.
Small world, he says, like crosses his arm.
Oh, indeed, indeed.
Crosses
I
his
honestly
singular
wouldn't expect to see somebody from Neverwinter up here.
Yeah, not a lot of us, he says.
Yes, I heard of the unfortunate events. My family members weren't too lucky either during that time.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
Shakes his
start walking towards this guy, just very casually.
Yeah, I'm honestly just making conversation while you two do what you're doing.
He stares at you and like maintains eye contact, and it's just like, anything I can do to help you, sir? And he like sneers the last word.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you noticed this, but there's a small fire like just down the side of the cliff here. You might want to take.
Oh, so I can help with this.
Okay.
So, like, is there something down there I can use thermagy on?
Thaumaturgy?
Yes.
There's no existing fires.
Like a torch or something. Like,
Yeah,
just
sneak
say
down there and like light a torch.
Interesting. Alright, I'll say if you want to light a torch and like stick it face down in the grass, that should be fine. But you're going to need to roll stealth unless you want to be seen, since it's broad daylight, and there are 2 guards. I'll say DC at least 17. So roll above that and you succeed.
That's
Right.
not how I want to proceed.
I just need you to know that whether or not there's an actual fire doesn't matter. That's not the end goal here.
Yeah.
It's just a distraction of some kind.
No,
That was
it's about positioning.
Really, all I want to do is get a light. It's not even like a fire per se. I just want a flickering light to be like, oh, hey, there's something in the grass down here, guys.
Funnily enough, I'd actually be better for that.
Funnel?
What?
Funnel Lee?
Huh?
You know him
Funnel
too?
E. This is your conscious speaking, Toa. You better
So-
think of something quick.
So yeah, I guess sure, I'll throw a dice down and see. I was like, I have an idea to talk my way out of it if I get seen.
Fuck it, well.
Alright, man. Go for it.
It looks like I'm gonna be doing some talking. That's 12.
Alright. So like they just watch you. Like you get seen almost immediately. Like you get halfway down and you like you lose your balance just a little bit. You make some scuffling sounds. They just turn and they look at you. They don't seem particularly alarmed, but they're just
Hey, excuse
looking
me,
at you.
guys. I saw this like weird flickering light down here. I was curious if you guys knew what that was.
like raises an arm to his to above his eyes to like shield it from the light, and he's just like, "Where? You mean
Is
out
he
there in
peering
the
over the
forest?"
edge? Is he peering over the edge right now?
Oh no!
Yeah, he kind of like approaches it and peers over the edge.
Okay,
Yeah, 'cause, like, the torch-
gravitational assist, go. I'm gonna shove him.
All right, make a, I'd say DC 10 strength check.
Okay.
I won't even
Sure,
contest
yeah.
it since you got him by surprise. I will remind you all that you have advantage, so you can re-roll stuff in case you fail.
Ooh.
Okay, 16.
He's not expecting to be shoved. He just goes tumbling down the hill. Before you know it, he's on the bottom, kind of dazed. The other one sees the commotion and he comes rushing over. He doesn't seem to have realized what's happened yet. But he's looking at his friend all the way down the hill, kind of
Okay. Gravitational assist.
It's like, he was very enthusiastic to see the light, and he lost his balance, sir.
All right, I'll say DC 12.
Okay.
Strength check.
Push the second guy.
He's a little bit more on guard.
I'm just gonna roll this without the tower because that seems like a lot of work. Oh, cool.
Got it.
Okay, all right. He windmills for a little bit and then goes tumbling head over heels, and now they're both at the bottom and they're looking up at you kind of bewildered. But that only lasts for a couple of seconds. They both draw their weapons and start shouting obscenities at you.
Perfect.
I'm gonna climb back up the hill by Garthus instead of trying to immolate one of them.
What? I mean, I was ready to head down there and start fighting.
I mean, we can. It's like, I just don't want to be next to them when the combat starts.
Okay.
It's like, I guess I can climb up here and try to Sacred Flame them on the way up.
I guess how tall is the cliff itself that I just shoved these guys down?
Sounds like a ways, honestly.
Like a good 10 feet at a minimum.
Ooh.
It's slanted though at like 45 degrees, so not too harsh, but it's still a good distance.
Maybe like 20, 25.
Perfect. That's still enough for me to chuck spears. Actually, we'll start with the hand axe because I've been meaning to lose the hand axe at some point.
Oh, I guess we're starting combat now.
I will grab... Codraven, did you send me the new character sheet you had?
I did. It's in the group chat.
Gotcha. I will go ahead and grab that.
Yeah, this should be the level 2 character sheet.
And I sent you mine, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you did. I'm just adding you back to the
This is perfect music to get ready to start for battle.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, I don't know if trying to like strike them before combat was a good idea. I just remember what happened last time with the goblins, how I got shanked before I could move, so I'd prefer to avoid that.
Oh.
Yeah.
My plan is I'm just staying on the cliffside and throwing down beams of hate.
Where is Sildar and Albertine in all this?
We left them.
Oops.
They're
Whoops.
watching for other red bands coming up the hill right now. I imagine.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll for initiative.
I'll
Okay.
let you guys go first.
Okay.
Let me grab a
17.
That's 10 plus a
What's-
number.
What's my bonus to that?
That's usually towards the top of your sheet.
I have a +2 to initiative, so I have a 19.
I'll say you're here. Never mind.
Got a 11 on initiative after my stuff.
Oh look, it's got a little hill and everything.
My initiative is 6.
Let me grab a grid map real quick.
I'm sorry for starting a fight.
I thought that was the plan, Gothis.
It was?
I honestly, I was like, is he just gonna push him off? And then I heard gravity assist. I'm like, oh, he's gonna push him off.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not like a pit of spikes to push them into or anything like that.
I was under the impression you were just gonna knock him out cold, and then we would just sneak in. We just wouldn't even have to fight them.
Oh. See, I didn't
Alright.
think very good.
I I was considering potentially shanking one of them, but I didn't really have the shanking
Go ahead
implement.
and move your characters over here. I will resize the board as
Right about
necessary.
there.
Oh, legit! Look at that.
Yes, there was someone on Reddit who made a better board.
I'm a shrink.
Or I can, oops,
Oh.
I can increase the size.
Maybe.
Keep your normal size.
I've scaled back up.
I
How
think I'm
big you make this?
Whoa!
You've killed me.
I want to
think
find
it's
your
rusty on top.
piece.
Okay, so the board scaled up, but the grid did not.
Oh, it did. Grid's part of the image. I think you guys scaled up as well.
Yeah. I scaled myself back
I'm
down.
massive now.
So I wish
Oh,
there's a
myself
way
back to the map.
to toggles. Okay, physics.
Do you want me to lock the board?
Probably should
yes,
get my
let's
character
go ahead
There you
and
go.
lock
It's
that.
locked.
Probably should get my character token out from underneath it, though.
Oh,
I'll hold it up. You grabbed it. Ah, no!
Oh no!
like, grab the.
Okay, I got us. I got
Do
us.
you have everything?
I have everyone. Everyone is safe.
There we go.
So I was about here-ish when combat started.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's just make just resize your tokens to be around the same size. Components, figurines, 2 sirloins. Oh, never mind. That's not a square base. Get no bandits, huh? So they're going to be thieves.
Honestly, this is kind of what I imagine them looking like anyway, minus the-
Yeah. And with, a red band on their shoulder.
Yeah.
That's very true. Let me
You want them scaled down a little bit?
lines. No, I just need
Okay.
this. I mean, yes, but also actually, I'll just do turn off grid. Close grid. Excellent. Yep, that'll do. And
Fantastic.
do name 1, 2. Brand 1 and 2. All right. So go ahead. What'd you roll for initiative?
19.
11.
19?
6.
11.
Why is it always me with the super high initiative?
Is this
Ooh.
19 including your bonus or before?
That is with my bonus.
Gotcha. Toa?
I have a 6.
6. Okay. And Garthus was 11 with the bonus, right?
Yep.
All right. I'd say that's actually a great place to take a break, and then we'll reconvene in about 20 minutes.
Sound good?
Where's our allies on this board, or are they on the board at all?
They
let
would
me
be,
grab
like,
them.
down here.
Yeah, like around here.
They were hiding in the bushes.
They're like,
Waiting, watching.
yeah. Yeah. All right. Go to break.
Yep.
we're back. All right, so put some combat music on.
Yeah, get your combat shoes on.
There we go. Perfect. All right, so first up in the turn order is Lars.
Okay. So what did we agree on the height with this was? You said it was 10 feet sloped, but that would make it a bit longer.
Yeah, I'll say just pretend it's 45 degrees because that's clearly what's going on here. There's just a bit of an interpretation difference here.
Yep.
I see. All right. Well, let's see here. I got a couple options to me. Oh, that wouldn't work. All right. Well, if that's a slope, he's gonna run up here and shank me. That's not gonna be great.
Don't worry, he has to run uphill.
True, that would actually make him slower. So you know what? I will just I gotta remember how to do this. I will do Ray of Frost on this dude here. That
Number
I'm
one.
in range. It's a 60-foot range, so I think that should accommodate for the downhill part.
That's easily within range, I would say. Go ahead and is that an attack roll or a saving throw?
It is an attacking roll.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll against this guy.
Okay, I have to roll. I'm trying to remember where I read that. Okay, so that's a 1d20 for the roll, and then if I hit, then I roll the damage or whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
You can use inspiration for attack rolls, by the way.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, probably don't need to do that here, but
11.
What's your spell modifier?
My spell modifier is that attack +4 attack bonus.
+4. Okay, let me spell attack bonus. Okay, yeah, excellent. So then that's a 15. That hits. Roll damage.
Okay, that's a 1d8.
Correct.
I'm not gonna do the dice, so I'm just gonna toss this thing.
All right.
Oh.
Oh.
I did a 6. I actually did more than 2 damage.
You did it.
This is on red brand number 1.
Yes, I am targeting 1.
All right,
Ray of
you
Frost.
blast him with Ray of Frost, and clearly he is not expecting this. He staggers back, and you can see clearly discolored, like frostbitten patches of skin, and like ice hanging off of his nose and facial hair. And he just takes a shuddering breath. His eyes are like wide open. He's got like a 1,000-yard stare. For a minute, he's not really focusing on anything. He's just like clearly in shock from the tremendous amount of pain that he's in.
Sweet.
All right, Garthus.
Yeah.
Yo, 10.
I have a really dumb idea. All right, we're gonna get one of the harpoons out. Run over. Question: does Ray of Frost make the ground that it hits icy?
Yeah, it can, but it did not hit the ground. It hit the red brand like square on.
Okay.
So none of the ground.
Oh, okay.
Icy. Yeah. If you're in doubt, you could just ask like, is there ice on the ground? No, not in this
Okay,
case.
fair. All right.
I actually
In that
thought
case,
about doing that.
yeah, I was thinking I could just slide down the ice and stab him. But no, I'm gonna go running down the hill with the spear out.
I would say why not just throw it?
Alright.
But okay, that works too.
Heads up, just so you guys know, in combat you don't have to kill someone. You can knock them unconscious by using like calling non-lethal. However, you can only do that when you're using a melee weapon. So
Okay.
thrown weapons like bows and stuff and spells, you cannot call non-lethal on because it's kind of like a gun.
Yeah.
Like you're unable to apply enough force to knock them out, but not enough force to kill them. Like if you Ray of Frost someone in the head, their entire brain is going to freeze. They're not going to get knocked out.
Yeah, you'd basically have to
Freeze or burnt
get
brain.
lucky and hope that he doesn't die from the wound.
Yeah, most of the time they do. Pretty much.
Unless the spell is specifically designed for KOing.
Yeah, like if
people
it's
without-
sleep, that doesn't do any damage anyways.
Yeah.
As he falls off the cliff and breaks his skull on the bottom.
I mean, that would be a consequence of the sleep, but
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, go ahead and make your attack. I'll give you the
Okay.
option to call non-lethal if you want, but the choice is up to you.
How do we feel about murder, just in general, guys?
for bandits like this, I don't care.
I
They're clearly going to murder us, so
I will let you do your best judgment, Garthus. Just please keep the splatter off me.
Okay, I'm gonna go for non-lethal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll to attack. I'm assuming you're using the harpoon.
Yeah.
Roll to attack.
And then I have a +4 on
+4. All right. Which one was yours? Right here. Or?
the one right in front of me.
Uh.
I'm purple, if that helps.
No, I mean like which
Oh.
dice? Which die?
It's the one in the pool here.
Gotcha,
I rolled an 11
okay.
and then +4.
+4. All right. Yeah, you hit. Roll damage.
All right. That is a D6 +2, so we're just gonna.
All right.
So
Excellent.
5.
5. All right. You swing your harpoon's base in an arcing motion at this one's head, and they collapse onto their sides. Like
Fantastic. I forget. Am I still able to use remaining movement after attacking, or is that all?
yeah, you can use whatever movement remains.
Okay. I'm just gonna move to put myself in like threat range for this guy,
Gotcha. All right.
and that's it for me.
All right. This guy takes one look at his buddy, one look at you, and then disengages and hightails it out of there. 15. 15.
Oh, he's just gonna go straight
He's
down
like
the hill.
he's in the woods. Yeah.
Okay.
Straight down the hill. Combat's effectively over.
Okay.
can I
Oh,
attempt
that's
to
Unless you want to chase him.
immolate him as he leaves? Because I have 60-foot range. Am I within 60 feet? Like if I
So,
move to here, can I
it's your-
get there?
Sure. Yeah, where were you?
I was like right here. So it would move 2 tiles up.
How do you ping again?
Tab.
Tab? Okay, so you were where?
Up here.
Okay, so if you were here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3.6.
So too far away.
He's also got the downward hill there.
Yeah.
You have to get to the slope because he's so close to the base.
I'll
of
say
it.
you can attempt to attack, but he's got effectively 1/2 cover.
I'm not gonna worry about it. I thought he was closer.
I gotcha.
All right. Well, what do we do with this man now that we've beaten him?
So we can we have rope. We can tie him up against a tree and try to interrogate him a bit.
You
So,
do realize the guy who ran for his life is more than likely gonna bring friends.
Garthus, Lars, and Toa. I would like perception rolls from all three of you.
Okie dokie.
Okay, I'll roll. Let me see what I can. Do I have a bonus to that? I got
Like,
a 9.
+1, so 10.
Gotcha.
go forward, dice.
Go forth.
18.
Okay.
And what is the perception you said?
Yeah. If you guys
Well,
want to
21.
actually color your dice, you can.
Oh.
Oh, I will.
Yeah. So just
I'll
have a
leave-
die that's your own color.
Cool.
Oh, whoops. Let me not color the one that just got made yellow. All right. I'll keep the
That makes sense.
Alright, so yeah, I got a total 21 perception.
Excellent. All right, so you see with your sharp eye that the red brand rushes out of the trees, and it seems like they're rushing toward the hill, but they disappear right around here.
Alrighty, so Garthus,
yes.
about right below you, there's probably an opening our friend just ran into.
But you guys are my friends. You're right here. Oh, you mean the guy? Okay, yeah, I'll go check.
Yeah, be careful though. He might be waiting with a pointy stick at the other end.
That's fine. I have 2 pointy sticks.
Indeed.
I guess I'll get ready to run down this hill. I'm not sure how much movement I still can. I think that's 30 feet that I just did.
Sildar Albertine, you probably want to come up here in case they want to move this trap door.
True. We could just put something heavy on the trapdoor.
We could put him on it. Points towards the bandit we know.
Yeah, but like,
He'll get up.
yeah.
Just tie him down.
You know what? Right. I'm one of the few people that would probably have any sort of history with being able to like tie something, the whole ship pastime and stuff.
I was thinking we could tie him to the underside of the door so he holds it shut and he's just dangling.
That wouldn't. No, that's just cruel and unusual.
Someone will cut him down eventually.
We can just ask like one of you shout for Sildar or Albertine to come get this guy and get him tied up.
Albertine, can you come get this unsavory fellow? We were having a nice conversation before this happened. Now that I think about it.
Oh yeah, we also need all his stuff.
Sure,
Okay.
you should at least take his weapons away.
Yeah. So Sildar wrests the saber from him, and it seems like that's all he was armed with. He just had a sword. There's like some coins in a pouch, and like some leather armor, but that's pretty much it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna continue my plot of going down here.
Just be careful of potential ambush, my guy.
No.
Absolutely.
Hey, guys. How obvious is the cave, or should I roll for it?
It's pretty obvious. Once you peer over the side, it's choked with shrubbery and rock debris and trees. But there's a very clear natural cave cut into it, with some kind of cold air blowing out of it and shadows, making it very obviously dark. Let me switch the music back. It is no longer.
It needs to be like a tense track.
It's emotional combat.
I think they just call that arguing. All right.
Yeah. So I guess the decision we'd have to make is if we want to go through the trap door, which you already know part of, or through our new entryway.
I vote for the new one.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Actually, we could ask our friends to all sit on top of the trapdoor together.
Yes, we could have them watch it from up here.
Yeah. No, like physically sit on top of the trapdoor so
think
that
that
it doesn't
too.
open up. Yeah, just let's have them do that. Hey guys, you wanna if you could just that trapdoor that we found? Just hang out on top of that. Got a feeling that this cave that we just found and that might be connected. And we don't want any baddies getting away.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
we can't really get anything hot enough to weld the door shut.
And that's okay.
Hot enough.
Hot enough?
Hot enough.
Yeah, and it's like I definitely want to go in as a unit.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'll hang out down here at the cave entrance. In
is
fact,
there
I'll,
anything you can immediately see that's obvious, or do we need confirmation?
It's like a tunnel. It seems to go on for quite some time before like taking a turn.
Gotcha.
yeah, I'll just hang out down here in one of the bushes.
Okay.
How simple would it be to tie him in a position that would actually hold that door shut?
So the trapdoor opens outward.
Yeah.
So you could potentially just set him on it, but there's not really anything around. You can't really tie him to the ground. It's just wood, rotten wood and dirt underneath.
That also means, in theory, that even if we do bar the door, they'll just make a new one.
From your previous experiences, the area around the trapdoor is fortified. It's like wood. It's just kind of set into the ground. So blocking the trapdoor would, unless they hacked it to pieces, and it is a wooden trapdoor, be an effective way to block their exit.
So yeah, just have Albertine and Sildar look at Mr. Bandit from Neverwinter here, and just and just sit up here at the door, make sure nobody escapes. Well, I guess we intrepidly explore this new cave.
Well, that's what I was saying, is we would go in as a unit, so Albertine and Sildar would join us in the cave.
Oh, okay. I mean, all three of us are in pretty good condition right now, I'd say. So.
Yeah.
So if you wanted
I
to,
trust Arthes to, actually murder everybody in sight that tries to murder us. So
I haven't murdered anyone today.
Well,
That's true,
it's
you didn't kill them.
hypothetical.
yeah, if you wanted to, hog tie this guy, I'll say somebody remove 50 feet of hemp rope.
Okay, well, you're just gonna see 50 feet of hemp rope pop up right about here. I pressed tab, but right about here. I'm just gonna toss it up.
Right,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
assuming one of you two knows how to do this.
I'll say
No,
that's
no, I
common
don't.
knowledge. You're all like, if you have a strength score above 10, then you can do it pretty easily.
I would say, which, I don't think.
I'm gonna assume Albertine or Sildar does, so.
Yeah, Garthus, I think, would also know.
I wasn't one for manual labor in my youth. I was a scholar. So, I don't even know how I would tie up a man.
You know what,
I'll
just
say,
do it.
yeah, Garthus and Sildar make a quick work of him. They hog tie him. Part of the rope is wrapped around his mouth. He's like unconscious. He's like flopping around. But he comes to just a few moments after you get him tied up. He gets a wild look in his eyes and just kind of makes muffled screaming sounds as he thrashes around.
Oh
Don't
dear.
Worry.
Is he going to be okay?
Listen
I mean, he's
here,
alive.
you're gonna find yourself a new calling for about the next hour or so. You're gonna become a doorstop.
He nods like very enthusiastically and muffled, like yells something that might be, "Please don't kill me."
Right,
Yeah,
it's
pretty
like,
much.
It's like, well, we don't plan on killing you, but depending on how many non-friends you made, they may have a different idea.
Yeah, he gets a pleading look in his eye.
We'll get him sorted when we get back.
Yeah.
Please
Right.
don't do anything unnecessarily crude to him, please.
Right. Let's get him lifted onto the trapdoor now, shall we, gentlemen?
So, is anybody staying behind to watch him, or are you all going into the tunnel?
I really
I-
think we should have somebody
assuming-
stay behind and watch him just to make sure he doesn't get released or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, let's at least have Albertine stay there because, I mean, that's the one way that we can
Okay.
not affect the character too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Albertine stays behind, and Sildar goes with you into the cave.
Yippee! I love caves.
Now be a good
Um,
door stop now.
Everybody gets 20
leave.
XP, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, how much?
20.
20.
Or actually, hold on. It was just between the three of you? 30. Each of you get 30 XP.
Very good.
Alright, Sildar comes down with you, and so you head into the tunnel?
Yes.
Yep.
Excellent.
I would say Garthus Gahi and Sildar Hallwinter are the first ones to go in.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to be in the back.
I'm a going in. That's a lot of feet.
Yeah, so about 100 feet down the tunnel, you come into this space here. Kind of draw it out around over to here. There's an entrance of about 5 feet. Kind of around here, there's another entrance. There's a kind of chasm off to the side here. With some rope bridges.
Oh, we should assume
Yeah.
that I have a torch out because I can't see otherwise.
Yeah, let me go ahead and take a tour. I'll give you one of mine. I'll take it out of
Okay.
my inventory real quick.
Thank you, thank you.
Of course, Garthus.
I'll try and use like actual dungeon blocks for the rest of it because these drawings are very crude.
I like them.
This is like a chasm here underneath.
Okay.
It goes into like a little hole here.
Looks like a place to suplex someone into.
Gravity assist.
It's one of my favorite ways to play some of the Star Wars games.
That's kind of the layout of the cavern.
Okay.
Actually, let me. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yes, there's some bridges around here.
You may need to turn off toggle.
That's close enough.
There you go. You should be able to move it basically wherever now. Yeah.
Right. So you head out into. Eventually, you come out into this area here. A cold breeze fills this large natural cavern, carrying with it the faint scent of decaying flesh. A crevasse divides the cavern and is flanked by two rough stone columns that support the 20-foot-high ceiling. Two arched wooden bridges span the chasm.
My word.
Yeah, this is
This isn't, and there was nothing like this when I went down there with our friends, so I don't actually know what this links to.
This must be some kind of natural cavern that the Tressendars, my apology, must have built into as an escape tunnel of some kind. They were a secretive family.
How deep is the chasm?
Oh, hold on. There's another stone column right here.
okay.
Careful not to walk into that, Garthus.
No promises.
I'd say it's about 30 feet deep.
Okay, so we can see the bottom.
Yeah, you can see the bottom. It's like this middle part here. Let's say.
Water.
It's actually completely dry.
Oh, really? It looks like water
Yeah.
with the squiggles.
So the squiggles are like the steep
Topography.
slope. Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
bottom. It just kind of plateaus right there.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess my first question is, which way is this wind blowing from?
The wind is actually blowing from the way you came, strangely enough.
And that's where the scent of decaying is coming from.
No, the scent of decay appears to be coming up from the chasm.
Oh, it's probably
Well,
a pit.
we should double not fall in there and,
Whatever you do, do not look over the side.
Yeah.
Why should I not look over the side?
Let me give you a hint. It's where the decaying smell's coming from.
What decaying smell? Dear heavens, that's awful.
Yeah. And don't look over the side.
I told you to leave your nose outside, but no, you didn't listen to me.
I'm sorry, that's a bit hard to do.
Anywho.
Lars says as he's just plugging his nose with his hand.
So, oddly enough, there was no red bands waiting for us on the other side, so that means it could mean a few different things.
Yep. This has been a basically straight path in, right?
It was a little hook, but more or
Has-
less,
has.
yes.
Okay. So, if memory serves, then we should be able to assume that one of, like, either this exit or this exit leads back towards the manor to some degree.
Based on
One of
my
them.
knowledge of the interior map from the other one, I'm more willing to say this path leads to the chamber I've seen before.
Side note, this is not to scale, so you're not going to come up underneath the manor.
Oh,
This is its
yeah.
own, like...
We're just guesstimating because those are on the left-hand side.
Okay.
Yep. Alright. How do we want to explore this? Do we want to go room by room? Anybody have any particular, callings?
I don't have a particular calling.
The main thing I
It's-
would say is let's make sure we're not crossing the bridge under fire, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
So, in theory, we should stick to one side of the bridge until we know which way we're going. We could start with just the simplest way so that we're not flanked on the left side here.
Yeah, let's
First quarter.
start with this door right here, then. Or I
Show
guess
us behind
entryway.
door number 1.
What's behind door number 1?
Alright, so down this door, you see...
First off, is it, like, obviously heavy, like the stone doors that we saw by the trapdoor?
let's say that let's use this here. Pretend I didn't draw this. Pretend this opens out like that. I'm gonna try and use these lines here. So it proceeds about 10 feet this way, and then there's a set of stairs that go for about 2 blocks down, or 2 sets of 5 feet, because that is the scale here. And it would appear that there's a corner.
Huh. Going down, huh? That's not ideal to start.
I thought it was going up.
No, so the bigger end here will indicate the top of the set of stairs.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry,
probably
I'm really tired.
Yeah, it'd probably make more sense for me to just draw a triangle there.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Each one descends about 5 feet, so 10 feet down.
I mean, I'm still down to give it a try if we're just gonna go, like, process of elimination. If anyone wants to stay up on this end and keep watch for us, we can.
we still probably should at least poke our head down there just to make sure there's no one waiting to come and stab us in the back.
Alright. Does Sildar want to hang out on this end? And the 3 of us will proceed down the stairs?
All right. So before you get too far, go ahead. Make a So I'll say Lars, make a deception check.
Deception check. Okay. Oh. Oh, he's rolled. $16. Do I have any? I think I've got a +1 to that. I gotta look.
Are you immune to
Have, like,
being charmed?
I have a +3 to deception.
Okay, wait, hold on. Are you immune to being charmed?
Let me
Yeah,
double
he is.
check.
He's half elf.
Okay. Never mind.
I have this tingling sensation in my brain.
Oh,
I can't,
not even
I
that,
can't-
you-
can't quite place it.
You don't notice anything.
Maybe it's the smell messing with me. I'm not going to lie. It's very dreary. Dreadful.
So Sildar, on the other hand, like shakes his head and like holds it, rubs the backs of his eyes, looks around a little bit, like clearly disturbed.
Sildar, you okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just, for whatever reason, the strangest thought pop into my head.
Oh,
Uh,
I have an idea what just happened then.
what would that be?
Someone got an idea when I made instant friendship. Someone just tried to befriend Sildar without his consent.
I'll never let that happen. Sildar, we're getting married. For the record, this is not canon.
Gotcha.
Anyway, I'm down to keep processing down the stairs if we all are.
Okay.
Silda, what would you say this sensation felt like? It's a thought popped into your head. Was it forceful?
It didn't feel right. I remembered something I haven't thought of in years. My first job as a mercenary, as a knight, rather, as a fighter,
Mercenary.
as a soldier.
I see. Well, I guess it's best we keep moving on. I don't suspect it to be anything too serious. Perhaps something in here is triggering a memory of yours.
So, real quick question, Omega.
Mm-hmm.
Can you counter charm? Like, if you use charm,
you can
person,
counter
someone who's
spell,
charmed?
but you can't counter charm. I don't believe. Like, not to say that there isn't a homebrew spell for that, but as far as I know, in the official
Well,
starter
Yeah,
stuff,
I guess
there
that's,
isn't
that's my
anything.
question: is can you break charm by using charm person on a charmed person?
I think so.
So it does work that way.
You're gonna break their brain.
I mean, you can at least add to the charm. It doesn't necessarily negate the effects, but
Oh boy! So you get the awkwardness of it stacking on top of each other.
as far as I'm aware,
I mean, I would imagine it's a fairly rare circumstance.
yeah, you'd think.
you
I
come
would just
and
think
say
Regards
that.
you as
another
a
reason-
friendly acquaintance, and then knows that it was charmed by you when the spell ends.
Yeah. So I guess in theory that you can be acquainted to multiple people.
Yeah.
Ah,
Have an issue stacking.
yeah. That could be awkward.
All right.
Indeed, it could be.
Yeah. We'll have Sildar try to stand like right about here, if possible.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he just kind of watches outside the cave.
Shout if you see anything.
He nods and still looks a little bit concerned. So,
Why am I under the impression we'll be stabbing Sildar by the time this mission?
I would never, but I would think about it. The door.
Behold, door.
If you want to move the grid, you can do that by going to the options grid and then setting offset. You can move the grid to line up with our tiles.
oh,
Matter of fact, you can even set
how do I? So
grid, well,
show
right here, grid
lines.
projection. There we go. Now you can see the grid on the map and where it's lining up.
Oh, grid size. I'm gonna go to 1 for each, I think.
It probably doesn't help that this board is sitting on top of the other board.
Yeah.
So I can unlock the main Phandelver one and drop it here. And then if we temporarily unlock this one...
What is this thing?
and then relock it.
7.
No, it
Doesn't
should
have a
actually be
name.
flat.
This guy looks. I don't know what to say.
What's up?
What is this thing?
What the... Don't worry, that's that thing.
I don't know what that thing is.
Don't worry, it's watching from outside the map.
I'm outside reality. Watching. Always watching.
You know, this map probably doesn't scale to our grid quite right because we did change the map's the object scale size, so it might not line up perfectly straight.
Yeah,
Now
as long
now
as,
I'm
Close right
obsessed.
there.
as long as you push it to the side a little bit, I think we'll line up.
Yeah, but then we lose everything we drew on it.
Oh no, I mean the grid. You can offset it a little bit on the X, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because the size seems like a very close match.
All right.
I mean, to be fair, what we'll be doing is basically
Sure.
making a brand new tile set, so it just has to be close enough.
Yeah.
Now bring it down just a touch.
There we go. That's
Is it? Wow, time sure flies when you're adjusting grids.
it. Certainly does. 7 minutes to do anything we want.
Oh
Alright.
great, there's 2 doors.
Oh wait, sorry. Hold on. This one's like over there.
Oh great, there's 2 doors.
I'm real proud of this, guys.
Oh, nice.
Is it obvious the door is locked?
Um.
There we go. I turned grid back on.
I just realized I have 2 shields right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends. Which door do you go into?
I say we stick to our method of just going to the closest thing.
Yeah, door number 2.
Door number this one.
All right. You just open the handle and go right in.
No, we're gonna go in with some degree of caution.
Okay. Do you do anything else before you enter?
I'll make sure I have a steer at the ready, but that's about it for me.
Okay.
A similar sentiment here, just weapons ready.
And don't worry, I'm the only one directly in the path right now, so what's the worst that could happen?
You are perforated with arrows in the back and you become a porcupine.
Oh no, the other door. I should have considered it.
Or you become the meat in a door sandwich.
True.
What? Huh?
What?
All
What?
right. All right. So, let's see.
Boy.
The faces you're making on stream have me a little nervous.
So you just head right in?
Well, I want to see if I can see anything from the doorway once I have the door open.
All right. So you open the door.
Yes.
Okay. So you see the following. This barracks contains 4 roughly built wooden bunks with heaped up blankets and dirty dishes scattered about. A strong smell of unwashed bodies and rotten meat fills the air. 3 tall, furry humanoids are lounging among the mess, barking orders at a sad little goblin that demeans itself for their amusement. Your sudden appearance causes the goblin to faint. Like, he sees you and he's like, ah!
Well, friendo number 2.
I can't believe it. We found a new friend.
This is the size of the room. And
Here, I'll get rid of my little air indicator. I didn't realize there was a room here.
there's 4 beds here. I'll just like draw them in here. One along here and one along here. So let's see if we have.
Hello there. Zuko here.
A little bit. That's a little too
Oh
big.
no. That is quite large.
There's smaller
big?
versions of these guys.
That's a big guy.
All right. So this guy, this guy, this guy. There are tall, furry humanoids, despite what they may appear as.
Okay. I mean, they're humanoid.
Yes. They're also tall and furry.
Okay.
Yep. Anyways, they all like gawk at you.
Huh.
New orders, guys. You can eat whatever goblins you want.
They like look at each other with confused glances on their faces. And that's probably where we will end the session for here.
Very good.
I gotta get going to work here soon.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the way, I'm gonna just leave grid projection on since we're now in the underground, so that way we have the black tiles here for the grid showing us what they are. You can actually
Absolutely.
change the color of the tiles in the option menu, by the way, for the grid.
Very interesting.
Yeah, you can make them like bright red even.
That is interesting. It's very interesting.
Huh.
All right. But yeah, that concludes today's session. Hello, Christopher Cullen, and thank you for watching.
Hello and goodbye.
Yes, hello, and indeed.